Errol, I'm ready, man. Let's get ready to rumble. Welcome to Joe Jackin with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. Again, that's IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, B.O.B. Bob. We'll go by the name of Robert Lee Orr Jr. if you insist on being formal. And as always, from the south side of Chicago, Illinois, give it up for my main man, Mark Teese. TC Washington.
In the building.
TC, what's up?
What up, Bob? How you doing, brother? How was your week, man? How was your week?
It was beautiful, man. Yeah. I got a chance to get out there and obey you the way you told me to go see the movie Black Panther. I think I was the last black man in America that didn't see the movie until this weekend. Huh? Yeah, man, I just saw it, man. I was trying to, I was being patient, man. Me and my lady had to go together. You know what I mean? Our timing didn't line up. So I went and saw it. It was to check that out, man. But anyway, if you listen to the show, first of all, you can call in. The telephone number is 708-223-8953. I'm going to tell you what I think about the movie, Mr. Winfrey. I'm going to tell you what. The call-in number 708-223-8953. If you want to listen to the show, if you're not Facebook friends with us, you always can catch the show on IntellectualRadio.com. Go to IntellectualRadio.com, and you will catch all of the Intellectual Radio shows live streaming every day, 7 days a week, all day. We never sleep. Errol never sleep. Every time I see him, he just look like he on the edge of life. Anyway. But you can also catch the show on YouTube. You can go to YouTube, type in Intellectual Radio, subscribe to Intellectual Radio on YouTube. All the shows live stream from YouTube also. And Spreaker app. Download the Spreaker app. It's audio. You can really hear it real clear. Check that out. And what else, TC? Is that it?
You named it all, brother.
That was it?
I think so.
Anyway, this movie. We got this movie. I want to talk about the movie real quick before we bring our guests on. We're going to gather for a limited time. We got Miss Vera from Cats Out in the building. We really appreciate her making time to come down here and mess with some jaw jacking boys. But the movie. First of all, it was a comic book. It was a comic book movie, wasn't it? Wasn't it a Marvel comic?
Right.
So I understand some of the messages that a lot of people saw that got them fired up about their blackness. I understand, but I didn't really necessarily fired up the same way. I just followed the theme of the movie. I didn't feel it. I watch movies like Braveheart, movies that really, I don't know. I got to be careful with what I'm saying. Unless I get some black hate mail or something like that. Because we always looking for something to, grab a hold to. It's a difference. Let me say it like this. I'm a mentor, so I do mentoring by nature. I mentor young teenagers. So I'm down the barrel of the shotgun. So I don't feel a same need to get inspired to be out there engaged from something like so I didn't catch that part of it. What I did catch, the theme I did catch, I felt as if we was talking about too. You asked me a question about Killmonger and the King.
Right.
I agree with Killmonger in a way. I agree with him in a way. I understood what the King responsibility was saying, but I agree with Killmonger in the sense that if you pass this stuff to the oppressed people, arm themselves and let them take over all of the sectors of the world that they need to take over. So now we could be in a united brotherhood front, which is something at that time we had never seen. We'd say we had never seen it. It's still true today. We never seen that level of unified strength from so many different parts of quote unquote the black people. You never seen that level of unity. For that, for me to romanticize about that idea, I agree with him on that because we never know what it'd be like. So I agree with him on that standpoint. But to administer it from hate, it's a thin line in my mind from administering from hate, because discrimination and hate is what really motivates you sometimes. So it's like, how do you really get motivated without that necessary amount of too much stuff that went wrong that have made you stand up? You do that make sense?
I hear you.
So from that regard, that's why I agree with the King.
I didn't agree with the King at all. So I agree with the villain, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I agree with.
So you did?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, he wasn't the only one that was stranded there on Earth or whatever. And I believe that with the technology they had, they could have helped him out. And I would have helped him out, put it like that. And I just feel like it didn't have one at the end when the king and me were all the United Nations and all that. I didn't agree with that at all.
With the king concept?
The ending.
Yeah.
Meeting with them and all that. No, it's like, if you're going to help, why are you going to try to help everybody? I don't believe in that. You should help us first. So that's why I agree with the villain in that movie all day long. Because I agree with that whole thought process. Yeah, it was coming from hate, but he was left there. Yeah. That was bogus, man. They left that man. They left that dude there.
Man, I hope people who watching who saw it at least, because we sitting up here telling the whole movie. It's been out for about a month.
Everybody saw it, but
I'm the only one that ain't seen it, right?
Right. That movie old, man.
I saw it last.
Yeah,
Me and Chill Will said he ain't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
Will said he hadn't seen it. So
I guess we, it didn't make me want to wear no dashikis and all that.
It make you want to do that right there.
It didn't make me do it.
That was my point. Now, I know I probably came
out
wrong.
Black superhero. They just took it and ran with it. In my opinion, I'm glad it was a good movie, but it did not make me want to run around here in no garments and all that. Right?
Wakanda forever.
It was a movie.
Wakanda forever.
They acting like,
make you feel like that.
Right, they acting like it's really one of them places in the space now, in the sky like that. This is a movie, so it was a good movie. By the time we had a movie about us, and I respect all that about it, and it was a good movie. But it didn't make me run Black Power run around, because it didn't do that for me. So not knocking.
I'm gonna tell you what was amazing, man. I went up in Grand Blanc, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went in Grand Blanc. So me and Tanisha walked in the movie theater, right? We walked in there and we look up, and it was just all white people. It was all white people. It was like, whoa! I was like, whoa! We looked at our tickets. We're like, I don't know if this is the right movie. We walked out, man. We walked out and went and asked the attendants, like, what movie is playing in here right here? And it was like, Black, let me check. They had to check, dude, and had to go ask somebody. And Black Panther. We said, Black Panther. We walked back in there, man. Like, it was just all white people up in there, man. I'm talking about, it amazed me. It blew my head. It was like 2 or 3 black people in that joke. You know what I'm saying? Another little couple I seen, maybe a black dude and white girl that was together. And it was just, it was amazing. It was like, it's especially this late in the game. As far as the movie goes,
they probably a little scared to go early. They didn't want to get whooped on, so they had to wait for a minute to come see it a little later on. That's all.
Now, I ain't gonna even lie, man. I know I sound insensitive, but I don't see what all of the whole. Maybe somebody can help me out. I don't see what the whole Wakanda, all of the stuff that I've been seeing in sports made everybody do. Why was it? Why do you feel that occurred?
This is a black superhero, and
So everybody from
they got attached.
And they was doing this all over soccer. All the black people, I seen a lot of people doing that. But it was good
though, man, because look, when Star Wars come out, people walk around with Jedi uniforms on. So I mean, hey, they got them. I wouldn't wear no Jedi uniform or none of that either. But people do that, so people really was into it, and that was their form of expression. I ain't mad at them, but I wouldn't do it. Not at all.
Right, man. Look, here's the thing. I want to say first of all, Bill Cosby has been convicted guilty.
They bogus for that. They bogus for that.
Bill Cosby.
I'm sorry.
If you got any thoughts about Bill Cosby,
women getting on my nerve.
Guilty.
And I'm saying it flat out. This is my opinion, not Bob's. It's not a reflection on Intellectual Radio or Earl or nobody else.
We're gonna talk about it.
Oh, I can't wait, because these women are getting ridiculous.
Straight like that.
This old woman movement thing, they done took it too far. And this is my opinion. That's that right there. Convict that man. Did you see the woman?
She was 30 years ago, man.
No.
She probably was hot to try.
No, that's supposed to be 14 years ago.
Oh yeah.
No, man.
14 years ago.
Man, come on, man. They did that man so bogus, man. Oh my goodness.
He all blind. He old and blind now. Yeah.
They just destroyed his whole legacy, man. They destroyed it. Talking about, because that's what they did back in the day. So they just threw him in a lump with it.
We're going to have that conversation on the other side of the break. We're going to bring our guest in. We got limited time with us, so we want her opinionated self to jump on in here.
What up, Rob?
You're listening to Joe Jack and with Bob and TC
on IntellectualRadio.com. What's up, y'all? What y'all?
Welcome back to Joe Jackson with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. Again, that's IntellectualRadio.com. TC, real quick, man. Give your plugs out, man. Give your plugs out, man.
Shout out to my cousin Chuck. Get it in at the new Sandpipers Lounge on 144th, 14, I believe, on Chicago Road. Of course, Art set up for the Cigar Lounge, Cigar Rolls on 164th for Halsted. We're opening up right next to Club SLR. Of course, got entertainment, Chicago K Guns, Birth of the Gangster album. You get the music in any outlet that you get music from. Traveling with Trish, love the Trish Days. Traveling with Trish, support the business. And I think that's about everything, Bob.
Let's give it up. Let's bring up our guest, TC, real quick in the building. From the west side of Chicago, Illinois. Let's give it up for Vera. Cat's out in the building. The cat's out. The cat is out. Tell everybody what the cat's out mean.
Wow, what the cat's out mean? Well, first of all, I better put my cell phone down. But I'm going to tell you guys what the cat's out stand for is Kingdom All-Time Seekers. I believe that we are in a season where if we let the cats out the bag, that it would definitely be a real new world order. So cats, just simply as I've stated before, it's a empowerment movement, and we let the cat out the bag, and we cover a lot of different stories, but we just guarantee to have some light at the end of the tunnel. So that's all about the cats.
What time your show come on?
My show comes on every Thursday from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30, but sometimes we start roughly about 10.
You got a hot show.
Yeah, it's always good to get in early so you can play with the cats.
You got a hot show. Catch you are really transparent.
Really transparent.
You don't play no games.
It's just the men in here, but
it's just the men in here.
I ain't never been this hot up in here before.
Yeah, what happened?
Because they turned the air on in between two men. I'm sweating like Jesus. Take the wheel. Somebody call my husband and tell him I ain't letting the cat out.
The cat. Man, this is why she got
Miss Vera in the building, y'all.
Hey, I want you to send a shout out to your co-host that come on the show with you. But, I never got a chance to meet them.
Okay.
So that's the only reason we didn't get an invite this time. But next time they will be invited.
Well, no, the next time we're going to invite you guys to come play with the cats.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah. Now, James may be like, well, you don't invite, but James, I don't mean like that. But we got James J. Hustle in the building, and we got Monique. Nikki Banks, and we've literally been on air now for 4 years. We've had some old cats that's gone, but we love them the same. But these three cats, we just been rocking and rolling.
Right. James is slick too. I catch James. He's real transparent.
Yeah.
He say some things that that made me pay attention. I said, okay, yeah. I said, all right, brother. I wouldn't say it like that, but I get that. You know what I'm saying? So you got a good show.
Thank you.
I'm glad you made time for us today. So I seen your head nodding over there when we was talking about Black Panther and Bill Cosby. So we want to start with Black Panther.
Well, you know what? Now, see.
Go ahead.
I tried not to talk about stuff, but originally when I went to go see Black Panther, I went because I'm thinking about Black Panther. I'm thinking about the whole movement. Right. So I was too. Me too. I was excited. I had just left a homegoing service of Bill Hampton, the brother of Fred Hampton Jr. I was very familiar with Iberia. That's Fred Hampton's mother. And, so I was like, okay. But when I saw this whole Marvel, I'm not into that. So I got turned off, and I've not seen the whole movie, but I'm still black and I'm proud. But I've not seen the whole movie. No.
Right. So you felt the same way I did on the load.
Well, I knew it was a Marvel. It's a Marvel.
But that's what I said though. I said the same thing.
Y'all thought Marvel was gonna make a Black Panther?
No, dude. When I didn't think of Marvel. When I heard the word, I didn't even get to the Marvel word. When I heard Black Panther, I immediately thought like she thought. Immediately. So it was already when I heard Marvel, just saw people who went and saw it. I was immediately kind of like, okay, man, I ain't going to see. That's why it took me so long to go see it. This is theatrical. Black Panther is a code word, like the N word. Like you get the N word, you know what that means. Like,
and you know what? And let me tell you, I could have seen marveled, and I still wouldn't have put the two together. I would have thought, oh, I'm going to be marveled about what we're about to find out.
You don't watch the Iron Man and the Hulks and all that. You don't watch stuff like that.
No.
Oh, that's okay. That makes sense.
You do?
Yeah, I watch all of them superhero, Iron Man, and all that. Yeah, I watch that stuff.
I'm curious to know from people though. So I see a few people in the building. Rose, I see you. Rose Barber, Lee Moore, what's good, man? How you doing? Nikila Oliver, what's going on, lady? Hey, Carl, what's up, man? Maurice, I want to hear from y'all. Rich Albright, how you doing? Got a white dude in the building. I want to hear from a white dude. Trish Deans, D Money, Tanisha. Tanisha, she can't tell you where she's. She was asleep during the movie. She was knocked out. But call in number is also 708-223-8953. But Vera, I want to hear your thoughts
on Bill Cosby.
Wow.
What is your thoughts on Bill Cosby? Let's go.
Tell the truth, Vera. Don't come out here and let the cat out.
Well, you know what? And I'm definitely going to let it out. And I'm going to tell people, eat the meat, throw away the bone, because I'm just going to tell it like I see it. Okay. And everybody got their own opinion. Yeah. But you know what? I think this is the biggest bull crap. And if I was on my show, I would probably say the SHIT word, but I'm going to respect this jaw jacking movement over here. But I think this is the whole... Right. But I think this is the biggest bunch of garbage. First of all, we need to wake up, because anytime we allow other people to build us up, those same people at any given time can tear us down. And I believe that's exactly what they're doing with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby got a little, slick and old. And, he let his money, say, well, I'm going to do some things because, I'm Jell-O pudding. And, Bill was, he got out of his lane. And when he got out of his lane, those folks, the powers that be, and the whole system that we're in, first of all, they killed that man's son. And then secondly, they said, now we're going to kill your image. Your image. We're going to kill it. Matter of fact, we're going to try and destroy it. But I tell everybody, see, the only people that can kill you or tear you down is, well, let me put it this way. When you know better, you do better. And I believe that most folks actually know better. So I'm going to continue to know Bill the way I've known him. And if you ain't mad at your daddy, and I'm going to say this, I'm just going to throw it out there. If you ain't mad at your daddy for having outside affairs or doing whatever he may have done, then ain't no sense of being mad at Bill. Now, let me just say that how I'm, in case somebody be like, what's she talking about? Because let's just say Bill did do some stuff. His wife is Camille. Okay. She right there with him, thick through thin. Why other folks want to point the finger on Bill and what he may have done, and you ain't pointing the finger at that man that's in your house or that woman that's in your house or that person that gave birth to you? So let's stop pointing fingers at Bill and all these 60-something women that came out 14 years later. It's a bunch of junk. Right. So it's junk on top of junk. And when you put it all in the trunk, it ain't nothing but a bunch of junk.
Now, one thing I missed, was it like mostly white women or a combination of both?
It was like the older ones back in the day was coming out supporting it, the movement.
And I heard it was a bunch of white women. And again, I wouldn't care if they was white, green, or purple.
That was bogus that did that, man. Yeah, flat out.
But I'm just saying, we probably need an older expert, like somebody who was around, like kicking it back there and said, hey, Errol, let me ask you a question real quick, man. Since she was back there. No, I'm just saying, was the kicking it different, though? Was the kicking it different than it is now? I mean,
you got nothing to do with that. Yeah, it got to be.
I know. I'm just curious to know, though. Like, they talk about the Spanish fly, that type of thing, where that was some type of kicking it drug. Oh, you ain't know this bill? Oh, okay, I didn't know.
No. Well, I sell. Yeah, adult toys. Okay, I've been selling it for about the last 19, 20 years. And you know what? Again, it's an old school. When we were young, and I would go out, my mama would tell me, watch your drink, because they'll put a Mickey in your drink or put something in your drink. That's old. Half of these women, Bill could have did an R. Kelly on them and put some pee in their drink, and they still would have ran with it. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Bill Cosby. Some of these women, Bill didn't have to trick them to do anything if he did it. So I'm saying if he did it, just like OJ said, if I did it, this how I did it. But so if he did it, then my whole thing is.
Do you think he did it?
You know what?
I'm curious to know. Do you think he did it?
No.
Do you think no? Because my honest opinion is I don't think he did it either. And I know I'm probably being insensitive. So if I'm being insensitive, okay, I could be corrected. And I don't want to be like pro man on the subject. But I'm trying to think about, legendary Bill Cosby back in the day, right? And everybody want to get in his camp and they want to go up to his room and whatever. I mean, when they made the decision to go to his room, why did they think they was going? What, he is so cool. We gonna be up here high five. You know, this Bill Cosby. They know how he kick it. They know the reputation of how he kick it. They know they get down. They know they doing lines. They know they drinking. What are they doing up there? Everybody know it. This is not Bill Cosby being popular back then was like, I mean, you know, I'm talking about like Denzel now. This ain't like no, you know. This ain't like, you know, some
bottom feeding actor.
This is about a B-lister, C-lister. Right. This is one of them dudes. Now, that don't give them a green light to just you come in and, you know, whatever I do to you, I do to you. That ain't what I'm saying. It's like everybody's acting dumb and they acting naive on this, even on the law level. The law, you know, is saying, hey, listen to what she's saying. You know, they coming out. These tears don't even seem genuine. You know,
ain't no coincidence. Prince, Michael Jackson, everybody that was something, they just tear him down. And why? You know, they talk about Prince and his rights, and they wanted his rights to his music. All this, you know, that's the rumor. We don't know if it's true or not. They say the rumor was Bill Cosby was supposed to be trying to buy NBC, and they both took him down. I mean, we don't know what the truth is, but it's just coincidence. I'm more mad at how people are, man. How people believe anything these people put out there, man. Let's be real for a minute, man. It's like when Usher supposed to gave somebody a herpes or something, they killing Usher. You don't see the white people making memes about Charlie Sheen. He passing out HIV to people. Ain't nobody killing that man. Yeah. They ain't killing him through the media. It's like whenever one of ours go through anything, I'm talking about the news, just anything could get put out there by one of ours, and we're going to have our own people destroying, making us guilty. So when they throw something out there about Bill, they see the public reaction is like, he did it, ain't no telling. So now they really could imagine if our people were like, oh no, they didn't. Really had an uproar about them doing this to Bill Cosby. But we took it like, yeah, no telling what they did. And women, they would take advantage of women, do all that, and they see it. So now they can really go because we ain't even supporting them.
And you know what? And again, the Cats is a women's movement. So I'm passionate about women. I'm passionate about women and our rights. However, there is a thin line between real and a bunch of garbage. And I just honestly, and it's just my opinion, I just believe that it's not all real. And I believe that if we continue to allow the tell lie vision,
say it again,
to tell lie vision to continue to dictate to us, you know, what's going on with people and rights and wrong, then we're going to always just constantly be bamboozled. And I would like to see a movement, because I'm watching his wife. I'm watching Camille. And the woman that sleep with a man and the woman that rides with a man, you know, I'm riding with the woman first. Camille ain't budged. She ain't budged. I ain't budging. I'm like, okay, Camille, you know what? If that's your soldier and that's y'all kingdom and y'all build it, then that's fine. Because I think Bill done made enough folks rich selling Jello. I ain't even like Jello and that pudding, but I bought it anyway. You know, yeah.
Pudding pops. Yeah, we should buy that for real.
So I'm like, leave the man alone. He 8 years old. Let the man die in peace. You know, that's just me.
I agree 100%. I think that's bogus. And we, as usual, we don't stick together. And it's crazy how they could do that. I dare you try to tear one of their people down, man.
I want to be poignant, though. I want to throw out some stuff. I'm throwing out to you guys, and I'm throwing it out to the whole audience because I want y'all to chime in on.
All right, let's go.
These scenarios. These scenarios. Yes or no? Did OJ do it?
No.
I'm at it.
Come on,
I don't care. I mean, you know,
got to answer one. You got 3 seconds. 3,
nope.
2, 1. Okay.
Nope.
No.
I think OJ did it. Okay. Did Mike Tyson do it?
No.
3, 2.
No, Mike ain't did nothing.
No. For real?
Well, he bit the man ear off. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about, I'm talking about the girl. Did he rape the girl?
No.
He didn't have to.
Okay.
No.
He didn't have to?
No.
Okay. Tupac.
No.
What did Tupac supposed to do?
Accuse him of rape.
Oh, no.
No, they even said he got aggressively touching her booty or something stupid. No.
Michael Jackson. Did Michael Jackson do it?
Mike ain't did nothing
to
bleach his skin. That's
no,
it.
Mike ain't touched them little kids. No.
Didn't do it.
Nope.
Okay, here's the question. Do we kind of like, do we give our black celebrities a pass just based off of our...
No, I'm going off facts,
I think,
man.
do we give them a pass? I'm not saying whether... If you all of them, Bill Cosby, that one hard to read. That one, I don't think Bill Cosby did these allegations. O.J. Simpson, I think O.J. Simpson did it. I just do. Tupac, no. Mike Tyson, no. My answer. Michael Jackson, absolutely not.
Right.
I don't think Michael Jackson penetrated them young boys. Now here's the thing. Do we give our, based on the way injustice is in our society, do we tend to give our black celebrities passes?
We don't, but they don't. They kill them. But we should. Mm-hmm. We know it's a reason why they be messing with these people.
Right.
Come on, now certain stuff is obvious. If they did. I'm not saying they innocent. But if you could just come and say 14 years later, I think he drugged me, and we could believe it.
Right.
No challenging. Well, they used to do that back in that day, and that's they. Wait a minute. Do you understand? If you're gonna look at that point of view or that way about it,
right?
Let's look at who he was back then with Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby. Them was them dudes back then. So you telling me he had to give you a Mickey? Really? And then all these years go back, and all of a sudden the woman movement kick in, and out of the blue, everybody done did something wrong to somebody. They losing their jobs now. I don't condone none of that, boy. I got daughters, mamas, sisters. I love all that. I love women. But let's be real. I do not understand how a woman can say if a boss tell her, hey, you want this job, you know what you got to do. Now, she has a choice to say yes or no. But to further her career, and she don't want, so she do it. Then you come back later on and say, he wrong. When you could have said no, but you wanted this job. You wanted this acting career. You really.
But is it unfair to even put her in a position to ask her that? Is that unfair? Is that
fair? I can't speak for this.
Would you ask dude to do that?
Who?
Would you ask dude to do that?
They probably do ask these men to do that nowadays.
Absolutely.
So the point I'm making is, you have a choice. Now, if somebody came in there in your dressing room and raped you, that's a whole. I ain't heard that story come out yet. I hear somebody that looked and gave him a wrong gesture or said something like this. Now, you raping somebody, you supposed to go. They supposed to get the death chamber. They should be put out.
I agree with that, man.
If you get, you should be. But
without a shadow of a doubt,
right?
Without a shadow of a doubt, with some of your peers in the room on the jury.
Yeah, you should be faced the worst penalty for that. Don't get me wrong. But with these stories we hearing, and they saying, think about the woman. I'm trying to think about it now. She up in the room where they probably is like I guess drugs and stuff in this room where they kicking it at, and she in there and. They want me to look at her. They said, "Indeed, that was your mom and your sister." Like, wait a minute, my mama went in that room. My mama knew what they finna do. If you go up in there with them dudes, this ain't no regular person. People talk like the dude with a little Chevy or a nice little Impala, a nice Cadillac. No, this is like another level of man. And you telling me they know what they was? I'm not saying I don't believe he raped her, so I'm speaking on that point. I don't believe he had to drug him and do it back then. Now older, he might got to trick somebody because he's all old and stuff. That's
Bill can get it now.
Probably could. He can see your life.
Bill can get it.
Bill can drop you $200,000-300,000 right now. Whatever he wants.
Bill, well, when I say he can get it, there are some out there. Now, I'm not speaking for myself, but there are some people out there that it don't make a difference what your size is, what you look like, and how old you are. They're simply about dollar and bill.
That's it.
And so when I say Bill can get it, Bill can get it. It's always a thought. It's always somebody that's trying to put themselves in a better position, and they're going to use what they got to get what they need. And that's why I say a lot of these celebrities, once they reach a certain dollar status quo, they don't have to take nothing from nobody. These women dropping it like it's hot. And again, I need people to just pay attention. Wake up. We'll allow the television to build our men up. And we'll also allow the television to tear it down, to tear our men down. Black men have been torn down, and it's a setup because even as you guys are talking, certain things that you talk about and say can and will be used against you. Mm-hmm. You know, you can just be having a regular old conversation. Right. You know, they'll pull up one of your archives, be like, man, I'm in one of them shows when he had him on here, and old boy said he'll shoot somebody. Oh, wow. That don't mean he shot nobody. Or old boy said if he had to take him some, he'll take it. That don't mean that he took it. But again, the media, the television has a way of building men up and tearing them down, especially our African-American men. And one of the things that I say about Bill is pay attention to his wife. She a strong sister. She ain't left his side. And I believe wholeheartedly that all of that junk that's coming out ain't all of it true. Now he may have had some of them women. He may have got him a little cat on the side.
Yeah. No question. No, he guilty of that. That's all I'm saying. He guilty of that. That ain't, that's the truth. But okay. All right. Got it. Caller, where you calling from and what's your name?
My name is April. I'm in Virginia by way of Chicago. Hey, Vera.
Hey, Miss Lady, how you doing? We letting these jaws jack today, girl. Let your cat out anyway.
I'm gonna do it. I have to do it. I was listening. I was driving, so I wasn't able to respond. So here's the deal. I respect everybody. They deceive people to get what they want. So I'll leave that over to the left. But over to the right, it's been a little bit over 50 years, I want to say, where women weren't even able to vote. So a lot of times women were put in these positions. They were assaulted. And who were they going to tell? Because everything was ran by a man, pretty much. So nobody believed you. And the reason that I'm saying is I'm not speaking for all women. I'm speaking from a personal experience. I was a 12-year-old young girl. I wasn't even a young lady. I was a girl assaulted by a family member. I had to go through the court of law. I had my entire virginity stripped from me. And by the glory of God, I am a balanced person mentally and spiritually. But when the prosecutor questioned me as a 12-year-old, I'm making a point. The prosecutor asked me, was I inappropriately dressed? Was I seductive to this grown man? Did I say something or gesture him to lead him to believe that he could take me and violate me? So trust me when I say this, these men do it to these women. I love Bill. I'm never going to stop loving him, his legacy as a philanthropist, a giver, a black man, but he got issues here. Because at the end of the day, he has a wife and a family, and his vows were being broken. He should have not been indisclosed with women consecutively to even put himself in that position. That's one. Then my other brother, R. Kelly. I love R. Kelly, but he got a problem. He's a genius. Both of these men are geniuses, but they got issues. Just like you and I and everybody else in the world, we got some type of vice in our life when we need help. And the difference between me and you and Bill Cosby and R. Kelly is they in a different place, so they can pay things to go away when we can't do that.
April,
so
man, you made some
those women to the side. Yes, women lie, and I was listening to one of the brothers talking about Mike Tyson. Let me tell you, Mike didn't do that. And I'm just one person that's real. I'm a victim of it, so I know it when I see it. That was an opportunistic woman. She went to that man's hotel. Now, nothing's wrong with all of that, because if you go at 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon, that's your business. Nobody still has the right to violate you. But she took her panty liner off, put it in the trash, which means they had some type of probably oral sex. And then when he got finished pleasing her, she decided, oh, no, I'm not going to finish the game. That's how that happened. Can I prove it? No, but that's my theory.
A panty liner that's used when a woman is kind of on a cycle. No. What is it? What is that? What's the?
Because we secrete, so it's to guard our, yeah. Well, secretion.
Oh, I didn't know what.
Earl said they leak.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a little oil leak. You know what I'm talking about?
And we're not going to ask him how he know about women and where they leak at. But anyway,
slow leak and a little fix a flat. That's like a fix a flat.
Hey, April, you know what, sister? They around here talking about fixing flats and everything. But we ain't going to even talk about it. But listen at this, April, you know what, sister? You as always, you right on point, and you definitely give us another way of looking at things. But you know what? And again, be it Bill did it or he did not do it. Again, I believe that we got a whole lot more other stuff that we can, and a whole lot of more other fingers we can point our fingers at, because even number 45, the whole president, he run around here grabbing women crouches and doing everything else. But now we have an opportunity to tear another man down. Right. Now, whoever amongst us is the one that is, most righteous, let them throw the stone. I bet you everybody gonna hold a stone in their hand, because nobody can talk about the next man. I still believe that they tearing this brother down. And if whether Bill slept with all 60 of them or if he just slept with 6 of them, that's between him, God, and Camille. And if these women, if they didn't have a voice, they ain't no different than our ancestors that didn't have a voice. My grandmama didn't have a voice. Great grandmama didn't have a voice. So this ain't nothing new. We ain't new to this stuff.
But now we do. The difference between great grandma, grandma, even myself. I'll be 47 come Thursday. Thank God. I'll make it Thursday. Even up to myself, that I'm under the radar of women just being able to vote there. So I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you as far as what you're saying. But a woman has not had the balance to even speak out. Now women are in high places, and we understand how to unify across the board, even racial divides. We're learning how to. That's my sister. No matter what color she is, I'm gonna help her. Our kids, Generation Y and the millennials, they have a voice. They don't care. Whereas Generation X, we were unsure. We were in the movement of, trying to go back to the motherland. We kind of was not confused, but kind of teetering on the border. And so at the end of the day, this Me Too movement, now we finally have a voice, and we're not playing with it. So the people who in high places, like we say, Bill can get whatever he wants. He has the money. It wasn't about him getting someone to give him the cookie. It was about him having the power to take it. So It was about power.
That's a good point.
It was all about
So power. You're telling me,
unfortunately, karma has a way. We don't get to choose when it comes. I hate it for him because he is definitely too old to be going through that kind of mental stress, which works on the body. But at the end of the day, it catches up. Yes, I would love to cover and make that go away. And trust me, 45 ain't going to get away. Weinstein ain't going to get away. The day has come. Exposure is here.
Go ahead, TC.
Okay, we just want to ask you a question. I understand, and we do truly appreciate that story. That was what happened in your life for sharing that. So we give you much love for that. But I just want to ask you a question now. Take all those emotions away. We're going to look individually at what Bill Cosby was charged for. We're not going to talk about all the women back then that couldn't talk. We're going to talk about this specific case. So you really think Bill Cosby drugged that woman to have sex with her? Because that's what he's been charged with, drugging these women to have sex with them. Do you really, in this case right here, not all of that woman right there, she had a voice. It wasn't that woman. She wasn't no little timid, little naive, scared woman and not to talk. She knew what she's going to do with in that room. So do you feel that he had to he drugged that woman to have sex with him?
Do I believe he drugged her with the intent of having sex?
Yes, he had to drug her to have sex with her. Yes, you think he drugged her to have sex with her?
In my heart of hearts, I don't believe he did it for her.
But that's what he's been charged for. I'm saying the one he's been guilty for. So now we ain't talking about back in the 30 years ago.
I understand. I think they used her. This is my theory. They used her because the statute of limitation had expired on the other women. I believe that there was some type of encounter that made her uncomfortable, but I don't think he drugged her with the intent to take it from her.
That's the point. That's the only point I'm making. I understand.
What's her name? Constance.
I don't know what dude's name was. Whatever that woman was.
Right. He looks like. She looks like
a man.
What's his name?
Richard Simmons. Somebody. So let's be honest. I mean,
What a Weaver from Alien.
That woman right there is what he was found guilty for.
April, thanks for your phone call, April.
Let me tell you what I said. He looks like Bruce Jenner before he became Caitlyn.
That thing did. And if y'all sit there, I don't care what movement y'all women put together. If y'all unite with that thing and really believe Bill did that, I know y'all coming from a whole different place. Y'all not going off facts. Y'all going off the fact what other women had to pay for. So now he had to pay for that. Because you're not finna sit there and say he did that to her. But we appreciate your call and we thank your knowledge. You open my eyes to certain things too. So we thank you for calling in, April.
All right, thanks, y'all.
April, thanks for your call very much.
All right,
April. Appreciate you, sis.
Hey, I want to read some of these comments, man. I really appreciate that phone call. I want to read some of the comments, man. That was a good call, man.
Well, April, appreciate that. Thank you, April.
She made us think about some things.
Yeah, she did.
Trish said, "Laugh out loud, juicy." I guess you said, you said they wear panty liners because it's juicy down there. That's what she said.
Earl said it'd be dripping.
He said women leak.
He said,
yeah, they leak.
This conversation,
Lord,
y'all just took the conversation left.
That man sounds so nasty, man.
Let's get back on point.
Factual,
right, let's get back on point.
Little condensation.
But I guess let me see. They said Bill is worth. Trish said Bill is worth $400 million. So you're right. There are women who will go for Bill right now. I guess that was to your point, Vera. Mm-hmm. D Money said they silenced Kevin Spacey allegations all of a sudden.
Right.
Right. What did he do? What did he get charged with doing?
Some like
Kevin Spacey.
Some gay stuff. Some little boys. He was doing a reverse thing to what men was doing. The women take advantage of women. Yeah. He was taking advantage of little men.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know what? And even with women having a voice, we have a voice when the powers that be. Because you got to understand, you can talk like you want to talk, but there's a higher power that's controlling things. And I hate to get like too out of the ram, but that's controlling things on the surface, that's controlling things in this new world order, so to speak. And so you're going to only talk about or I put it this way, what's going to make the television and what they're going to promote is what the powers that be want them to promote. Mm-hmm. And you're only going to be heard as much as they want you to be heard. So now, because it's time to say, let's bring Bill down, then of course you can be heard now. But those same people, why couldn't they have been heard when it happened? It's because, we ain't got time for that. Go sit down somewhere. And I'm not saying we still not strong women, but we got to open up. Like I said, we got to stop looking at things with the two eyes and open up that third eye and understand that we still have a responsibility to be kingdom women and to say, okay, you know what? Yeah, that's part of the game. We ain't, okay, we're going to keep it moving because we got other things that's more important to be concerned about than rather. And, even though it's a great topic, again, I can't be no more mad at Bill if whether he slept with those women because they was having sex and drugs than I can be with baby daddy, with husband, with brother, with this part. It's just part of the game, But whether we want to accept it or not.
What do you mean by it's part of the game?
Well, when I say it's part of the game, it happens, and
it's not an acceptable part of the game.
Well, when I say I'm not talking about rape,
okay,
because see, I don't believe those people were raped, and I believe that if it was sex and drugs involved, it's because they were all having sex and doing drugs. That's if Bill did it.
This is the name of the game that they play.
So that's their game.
The statue game, like the influential game.
You remember Quincy Jones came out and said about Richard Pryor?
No, I don't.
Oh, they was doing so much cocaine. He was sexing Marlon Brando, one of them other men, and all that. Because that's what they was doing.
Let me ask you this question, like. Vera, just first of all, I want to let y'all know y'all listening to Y'all Jacking with Bob and TC on Intellectual Radio. Oh, my fault. Yeah, it's commercial voice on
right.
IntellectualRadio.com. But with the hostess of the Cats Out show, Vera, I don't know if you go by Vera Norris, I think. Right?
Vera Giles Norris.
Vera Giles Norris. So y'all will know who y'all listening to. So when your show run again, Vera?
Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Letting that cat out the bag.
Right. And here's the thing. So I want to ask you a question. Today's women is a totally different woman from back then. That's a totally different woman. More equally minded or more positioned to be equal. So, and this is to all of the women out there, because I think us men need to understand some things right now. The game has changed with the financial empowerment of women. It has changed. It has changed their positioning, their voices. Everything has changed to a degree. It may not be completely where they want it to be. That change, how has that change impacted the expectations of the response of things when they bring things up? Because at the end of the day, it's like your word against theirs, so to speak, in a lot of these situations. This is a woman word against a man's. What do men need to understand right here? Because we need to understand something. We need to understand because the same thing that y'all was saying is harassment or too aggressive or too forward. It's the same thing that we have to use in order to grab your attention, to get you to see if you like me. It's the exact same attribute. I got to come at you and say, hey, how you doing, Vera? You look good today. But if it's an accepted advance, then it's cool because you wanted that attention.
And if I go home with you,
that's what I was trying to do, right? So now if you but when some of these situations that we're listening to, it's like that advance right there was rejected, and then it was harassment almost on the spot because you made an advance to say what was up with you.
And she didn't feel your advance.
She didn't feel your advance because she don't like you. She ain't feel that. So I'm asking is how I want you to try to tie this together for me. Tie all this together. The woman's positioning change of her equality. Women, y'all gotta help me out with what I'm trying to ask. You know what I'm asking. Don't play with me right now. You know what I'm asking. How y'all decipher what's harassment and what's advancement from the point of contact? Or is it all just your power to be able to determine that?
And you know what you said, the magic word. We have always been in control, and we're still in control. And the reason I say we in control and we always had voices is because any woman that's using her poo nanny with a man is still able to speak a certain language to him at a very vulnerable time. So we've always had voices. Now, we do what we want to do to whom we want to do it with. If I don't like you, it don't make a difference how much money you got and what you say. It's like, boy, go ahead on about your business. This ain't that. Now, if you take something, that's a whole nother story.
I agree.
And I agree with my girl, April. It's, sometimes the way the system is and the powers that be have, certain things in order. You could speak and you could tell something, and then it goes through that system because we got a bunch of sick folk. Mm-hmm. We got a bunch of sick people in power, mm-hmm. and they know the struggles. And so they kind of hide it, sweeping under the rug because they got the same issues and things that they're doing at home. Again, I'm not condoning none of that. I'm a strong woman and I respect other women, but some stuff like this bill, I believe that this is a bunch of garbage. When I say garbage, let me just say it this way. I believe that it's a distraction. Mm-hmm. And we could pay attention to some other things besides what's going on with Bill. I'm not getting ready to jump on the Bill bandwagon one way or the other. I respect him as the Jello pudding man. Until the day he died, he's going to always be the Jello pudding man. Much
Cliff
love
Huxtable.
to Bill.
Cliff Huxtable.
Cliff.
Dr. Cliff Huxtable.
Exactly.
And read some more comments. Gigi Moore. That's my sister, man. What's up, sister girl? Bill Cosby was best friends with the Playboy himself, Hugh Hefner, and they was doing was sex, drugs, and a whole lot of happiness. I assume that is.
And where did Hugh? How many years he spent in jail?
He don't get jail. He white.
Is he still dead? Or he died, right?
Right, he died.
But he died what? A legend.
Yeah.
The Playboy.
Right.
Oh, okay. So
right.
they just so like I said, and even the more you talk about it and we speak about it, we can say some stuff just makes sense, some stuff that don't make sense. Mm-hmm. Now that person, Gigi, thank you, because she brought up the big Hugh, Playboy, known for taking young girls and making bunnies out of them and prostituting them and doing whatever it is. But it's a whole business. It's a whole beautiful thing. But then you take Bill because he played with the wrong pudding at the wrong time. Now we want to turn the man into some Jello and bury him. You got to be kidding me.
Well, but I think her point to bringing up Bill was to showing a behavior of animalistic behavior. Man, he was with Hugh Hefner.
So they don't have. That's the point you make. You don't have to drug you.
I don't.
You're doing that drugs with them because sometimes you can drink some nights, Bob, get real drunk, overdo it, and forget what you did. Like, man,
no, I ain't never did that.
You never did?
No, I ain't forgot what I did, man. What are you talking about? Don't put that on me. Don't say that in my direction.
Okay.
Now let's talk about it. D-Money said, talk about the European woman that lied about being raped by brothers and confessed by lying about the rape. Who was that?
I ain't
the one with Emmett Till. Was that the one he was talking about? That's the one I thought about.
But see, that's my point, Bob, when we was talking all the time. You saying justice and all that.
Okay.
How can one law go against one dude and then somebody else go? It's a whole different thing. That's why we can't protest and all that crazy. So we need to change these laws. And we don't gonna protest this. It should be straight across the board. If you do this, no matter who you are, but that's not how the laws is. They can get away. Look at dude had a bond at first. The white dude that shut up the Waffle House.
He had a bond.
And when did he get McMillan a bond for William?
Right.
Let's be real. How that? But the law allowed that to happen. They can use it at their discretion because
that's crazy. We always start off with a story like Bill Cosby, and it goes to prove the inequality in America for blacks so much that we always have to come back to inequality.
The law,
even the way we interpret it. That's why I asked y'all, like when I asked y'all about OJ, because when it's like, regardless of how you felt about OJ, we felt equality for a minute when OJ got off, regardless whether he was guilty or not. It was just the fact that a black man beat the system, and we was like, yes. That's all we was talking about. It's like we didn't even matter to us.
He ain't do it. You can't get this racist cop, man. You can't just do that. And then come on, man, put a blanket on the woman. How you gonna put it on a naked woman? We in the street, they lay you on the street. This a crime scene. Just prove how his DNA got on her. They put the blanket on the woman. Who do that?
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
And again, I'm just trying to, keep my tongue, but
don't hold your tongue on Joe Jack.
Only thing I can say is you better wake up, folks.
Right. Thank you.
Wake up, because we're paying attention to the distractions, things that it's not gonna take us where we need to go. And it would it be in Bill, OJ, Mike, all of them. Again, if we continue to let people build us up, that's outside of us. You got to be built from within. And these people, they put you on this pedestal, and then when they get ready to knock, when I say these people, I'm not necessarily even talking about color. I'm talking about the power that be, and the biggest distraction in our household, which is the television. That's why I'm so glad that we got podcasts, and we can kind of say some things that wouldn't probably never be televised, but that can still be shared around the globe. And then even with that being said, the stronger you are, and the more they think you are awakened, then it is what it is.
Let me shoot some more comments real quick. Laugh out loud. R. Kelly. Yep, I agree. He is guilty. They feel like R. Kelly guilty. I don't know. He was down there. What school is he down there? Down there in Hyde Park. No,
up the street.
Up there too. He was everywhere.
Man, Kels, much love to Kels. Kels came in our hood and played ball in the park with us. What they got to do with this? So I'm not even finna, them allegations. You not finna come and just sit here and much love R. Kelly. Real talk. Hey, man, hey.
Tyson, D-Money said Tyson, no. Kelly, yes. MJ, no. Trish said MJ, no. Tupac, no. Mike Tyson, no. D-Money, if these rich Hollywood European moguls don't get convicted, then Bill is also innocent.
But we don't see that. We don't see that. We so trained to be righteous to everybody. We so trained like we all the same people. So now they want to just, right is right and wrong is wrong. Like, nah, it's bigger than that. You gotta come me some proof, man. You ain't got no videotape. You ain't got nothing.
None.
You gonna bring this old Richard Simmons looking woman up in here talking about my man put a drug to get her?
That's not funny.
I'm telling how I'm seeing it. Nobody want to tell it. I mean, this is just my opinion. Y'all saw the picture of this woman. Am I wrong? Y'all saw her.
Wouldn't that be when you're in a position like that, though, wouldn't that be a perfect alibi? Wouldn't that be a perfect alibi? Like, they won't.
See why we kind of us? Like,
they ain't just.
I'm just saying how that
when you on that level of
that
stature.
thought process cover anything. Let's be real. They doing drugs. It's been publicized. She did drugs. Okay. So
they cut my whole live off talking about Bill. I had to start over.
Wow.
They cut me off. They shut me right on down. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about, because I'm gonna tell you something. Again, it's hot up in here. They jaw jacking is hot. But I'm just talking about the fact that we gotta wake up, people. It's just that simple.
Please wake up.
Wake up.
Please wake up. That don't make no sense.
Questions. I'm gonna do some rapid fire questions.
Come on,
let's go. Here. We ain't got it but for a few more minutes.
Yeah, that's it. Because
how much time
I got about 5 minutes. Tops.
5 minutes, Vera. We're gonna ask you about a few questions there before you get out of here. 5 minutes tops. Vera,
shoot.
So real quick, do black people have a problem being on time? You was on time today.
Well, you know what?
Just to y'all.
So yeah.
We cool.
Yeah, black people got a problem being on time, because when the black people show up, that's when it's time.
Yeah, we don't got no time.
Hey, I'm always fashionably late. I ain't gonna even lie.
No,
even for work.
We just know we get there. It ain't nothing till we get there. So that's when the party starts. Right.
Number 2, that's for anybody. Do black people have a problem being on time? That's your question, y'all.
I work with white people.
Do black people have a problem being on time? Do black people look at your shoes before greeting you?
They usually look you up and down.
Oh yeah, why is that? Why is that, Vera?
Because we pay attention to stuff that's not important. Oh, what kind of what kind of clothes? Oh man, okay. Oh, what kind of nails? Oh, we pay attention to stuff that's not even important. And I'm gonna tell you what I realize is sometimes it's the people that's dressed to death. They stress to death, and they living in a bunch of chaos and mess. Yes. Probably at home in their mama's basement on a mattress, but you out here clean as a board of health. We pay attention to the wrong stuff.
Now, you know what? I asked you two questions, man. And I want you to tell me what you told me over the phone about some different endeavors you got going on before we leave. While we got a dual audience right now, I want you to talk about the different endeavors and why you got them going on and why that's pulling at your heart right now.
Okay.
Because I was kind of inspiring what you was talking about. Go ahead.
Well, one of the things that I have going on is I'm an insurance agent, and I'm very, very passionate about telling our people in the hood. Or in the communities to get some life insurance. One of the things that we need to pay attention, wake up, is that where there is no value, there is. And so while we're counting the deaths on the street, oh man, it's hot outside. It's going to be some killing. We're going to lose 13, 14, 15, 20 killed. Well, guess what? If all those folks had $1 million policies on them, $1 million policies every time them young brothers hit the ground, do you think they'll be hitting the ground like that? Somebody got to pay that bill. But if 17 hit the ground, and if only one of them got insurance, and it's just a $5,000 policy, I could afford for y'all to hit that ground. But we spent money and time on getting nails done, hair done, shoes done. I'm fresh to death, but I'm stressed. And you don't even have life insurance. And then on top of that, you got a 4 credit score. You got a 4 credit score. If we would learn how to do a few things, first of all, get some life insurance. And I'm giving out free life insurance quotes. Free. Hit me and say, Vera, I want a free life insurance quote. I'm going to give you some. And I don't want to hear nobody tell me something. I got insurance because my mama got me some. You a whole grown man, whole grown lady with 5 kids and a baby on the side. And you talking about some insurance your mama had for you, and your mama got that policy, not even you. So you still need an insurance checkup. Same thing with the females. The other thing I'm gonna say is that as it relates to credit, do you know how powerful it would be if we all sat here in this room and we had 7 credit scores? You know what we can go buy? We can go buy whatever we want to. And if we put our heads together and we build that credit up, who is in control? But see, we pay attention to that television, and we worried about what's going on and who's gossiping with who and who's doing this. Well, we won't just take the core and build that up. So I'm helping people build their credit. I got an amazing system and a group of people that I'm working with, a company, and I'm gonna tell you guys about it because we need you guys. Let's take Lil Ray Ray off the corner and say, Lil Ray Ray, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get you some life insurance, and we're gonna build your credit up. And we're going to show you how to get in a drug game on a whole nother level, a whole nother platform.
Woo! That was different. That's keeping it 100 right there.
Excuse me. And then it's home-based businesses. In home-based businesses, you don't have to, nobody care about what your prior record is because you're in business for yourself. We constantly going, I was looking for a job. I can't find now. I ain't worked a job in probably about 28 years. I raised all my children. I got 5 girls. One got a master's in psychology. Other one has her MBA. I have a 13-year-old out there that's too noisy now, straight A student. I got a 7-year-old out there. Imani got her own talk show. This little kid at 7 done sold over 800 rocks around the globe. She picked up some rocks off the ground and said, I'm fit to paint some rocks. And she painted the rocks, decorated the little box, put some mustard seeds and scriptures in there, and hashtag Imani Love Rock. I dare you. All around the globe. So I'm saying that to say this. We got to stop looking outside of us for somebody to give us something when everything we got is already in our hand. And when we learn to come together collectively as a people, we can do some things I'm talking about pyramid type stuff, but it don't take everybody because ain't everybody trying to go with it. See, it's some folks that look like us that's not us. So I don't even no longer look for, oh, that's my brother because there's a color. No, you just because you got the color, you ain't none of my brother or my sister. You may just be the op. I'm looking for mindsets for people that are awakened. So again, credit repair and insurance, and I'm not scared to give my phone number. I'm gonna give it out because I want you guys to call me. 708-743-6970, 708-743-6970. It's a movement. And again, I'm going to hit you guys separately so we can talk about it more.
Absolutely. What time your show run again? Tell everybody what time your
Thursdays from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30. It's the Cats Out Show. And we're Central Standard Time. We letting it cat out the bag. Real stories, real topics, and we don't hold none of it.
Let your cat out real quick.
Meow.
We're going to let our cats out. Man, you're listening to Miss Vera Norris. Giles Norris from the Cats Out on Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC. On the other side of the break, we're going to finish up the rest of the show. Thank you very much, Vera, for coming through the show, bringing your love and your energy. Oh, yeah, we love you. We love you. We love you. In the building, y'all. We love you. Listen to Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC.
IntellectualRadio.com, y'all.
Outside the break. Don't go nowhere. Don't leave. Don't go nowhere. We got a few more questions.
I'm like, it's a grown man in the building. Money's been a long time since you seen Earl.
Facebook Live, what's up? I appreciate y'all chiming in, man. I appreciate y'all. Some of y'all. Welcome back to Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC. IntellectualRadio.com. Man, we enjoyed that first hour and 20 minutes, man, with Miss Vera, man. That was what time it was, man. She got a show. It's on 12, right, girl?
10:30, 11:30.
Thursday, 10:30. I said 12. Anyway, man, well, I really appreciate that. You know, it was like, I want to read some of the people comments real quick. D Money says all races of people, all races look at people's shoes.
All races.
I don't know if that's true or not. Gigi says, yes, black people have problems with time. That sounded personal. I don't know who she was shooting at right there. She shot at somebody right there. Probably me, Famo. Comedian Famo got a problem with time. Yeah, I aired him out. He got a problem with time. Brianna Harmon. Brianna Hammond. Well, I might be glasses lied about 3 brothers raping her. I'm gonna look that story up. I'm not familiar with that study. Raynard Wilson, what's up, man? Thanks for joining Jaw Jacket, man. Lloyd Thomas, what's up? Thanks. Greg Speech, what's up, big dog? Greg, hey, Greg, I remember a story about you, man. You first moved up here, man. You was about 6th grade, man. He was from Kansas. Moved from Kansas, man. Greg came in straight up, down to earth, tough, and stayed that way. Greg was a tough dude. John Smith, what's up, my brother? One of the best dressed people I know, John Smith. Darrell Hamilton, what's up, man? Detroit in the house. Detroit, baby. Adrian Hughes. Jackson, what's up? Jay Hollins, man, thanks for looking in on us, man. I could sing too, Jay. I could sing too, bro. Kevin Hansen, what's good, man? How you doing? Thank y'all for joining the conversation. I'm going to ask y'all a few questions real quick and see what y'all think about this, TC. So let's rapid fire these questions before we get out of here today. We already ran this one. Do black people have a problem with time? So you actually, we ran that one. The number 2 was, do black people look at your shoes before they greet you?
You asked that one already.
Okay, I asked that. Number 3, are we more likely to get engaged in the latest dance trend or step in or line dancing than we are to get engaged in politics or own our own business?
No,
I don't think so.
No, it's easy to step. It's easy to line dance. There's a lot of options.
But it take a lot of time.
A lot of options to try to get them businesses that you have no, So it's got Okay.
But if you committed to it, though, I mean, if we prioritize, I mean, it take a lot of time. That was a good question. I didn't at first. I didn't think it was a good question when I wrote it down, but I thought it was a good question in the sense that it takes a lot of time, to learn all of those line dances. All of those line dances.
I don't take them long. I just say but I don't take them long to learn that.
I'm talking about it takes time to learn.
How long would you call time though?
Every time you get up, you jumping up trying to learn the line.
They already know it. I mean, I'm just go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
I'm just saying they just it ain't like you said compared to like
down, do the thing, do the thing.
They learn that, man, so fast.
To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right.
I think be more focused on businesses and stuff, but it'd be hard.
I mean, it takes a little time for some of those dances to me. I do. I think so. Anyway. If you got any ideas or thoughts on that, I mean, feel free to chime in on any of these questions. We are very much looking forward to your input. Do it. Donald Green, what's up, man? Do black people, here's a question. Do black people have a problem with politics? Do black people have a problem with the politics of the day? I'm curious to know that.
Do they have a problem with politics?
With politics, like, because I hear a lot of people like, I ain't into politics. I'm just asking, dude.
I mean, I ain't gonna say,
do we have a problem with politics?
Probably as a whole, probably.
You think so?
Probably.
Yeah, because a lot of, we only really, the voter turnout really only come during presidential election time.
We also know the truth, though. It's like, they keep.
Well, let me at least throw this out there. They come around. We really get engaged. We really got engaged when President Obama was president, when he ran. But during the midterm elections, we not really engaged like that. And then most of the time, we don't care who our alderman is or we don't care about that. Why? Why do you think we don't care? Answer a question to all of y'all.
Because a lot of people that know, let's be real. I know a lot of people that complain to the alderman.
Okay.
When they go through stuff. And the alderman only can do so much.
Mm-hmm.
They can't, I mean, politics was all said and done. People just realize certain things about it. That's all. So when it comes to the vote, some people gotta understand the game. They vote, all their votes go toward a candidate, and the candidate get more votes, but they still lose because we ain't gotta learn about electoral college. They gotta learn that.
Yeah.
Clinton had the popular vote, but she lost.
Okay.
So a lot of people gotta learn that. Then when they learn that, they feel like, well, why won't vote mean something then? You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's a lot of.
Well, isn't it worth it though? Isn't it worth learning?
They do learn it, but then when they do learn it, what your reality is that your vote really don't count.
I think you got to stay engaged until you make it count. That's just my opinion.
I'm just saying, think about it for a minute, like the facts of it, Bob.
Okay.
If Illinois, majority of Illinois vote for like a president, whatever, and they win Illinois,
like Hillary Clinton did. Okay, right.
And the turnout wasn't that good.
For what, Illinois, or you talking about the whole?
Illinois? I turned out one.
Okay, but she won Illinois.
She won it.
We were engaged.
So
Black people were engaged.
So the people that didn't vote, right?
Yeah.
If they did, once they learned politics, it wouldn't mean nothing because she already won the state, right? Yeah. So it's like people just learning the game. I mean, they're learning that there's a lot of these rules and laws and systems, so that people understand what it ain't.
The question is do black people have a problem with the politics, basically, of the day? Do black people have a problem with the politics of the day? So any one of these questions you can chime in on. Do black people have a problem with the politics of the day? Do black people lack the discipline and priorities as a whole to have more black-owned businesses?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
No. Nope. Not at all.
You don't think what's the problem? You think the
problem is when you go try to get that business, you better have your money already, or you better know the person who's selling it. Because if you don't know the person who's selling it, or you don't have the money to actually renovate and start a business, go see what it's like black when you go to that bank and try to get that loan.
Okay.
That's what it be. Because a lot of people right now try to start business. That's why they do themselves now. A lot of people that cook food, they love to have a storefront. They saw what it took. And they ain't getting it, so they got to bring dinners and build their money up and clientele up, whatever, just for the bank to even mess with them. So it ain't designed.
You know what's funny about that point you're making? Like I was thinking about when just like when a Mayweather fight, it's just like, man, or like this movie Black Panther. Black Panther made like $1 billion in like a month, didn't it?
Made a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, right? $1 billion in a month. Doesn't that show the power of prioritizing on one subject?
No, Bob.
Financially.
Bob.
That doesn't?
No. Let me tell you why. If it was that easy just to buy a ticket and watch a movie as they try to go get a business, we all would have businesses, Bob. It's not that easy. So if everybody spent $9 or $10 to see a movie, of course, a lot of people going to do it. I bet you a lot of black people have invested and tried to get businesses, and you see what you're up against. So comparing, people take that
collective focus.
They take that thing and say, well, you all spent your money into this movie. Imagine you invested. No, it ain't the same.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because these are individual people going to see a movie.
I'm not even talking about just businesses. Let me clarify, because there was a question. That was unfair. I mean, because you answered it basically off the way I asked it. But let me tweak the question. If black people were to take that collective focus toward any endeavor, anything we declare war on within the black community, $1 billion. And that's not saying all of those. That'd be interesting research. How much of that money come from black people? Because I just told you, I just went to see Black Panther, and the whole theater was full of white people.
Right, a lot of people saw that movie.
Right, but what I'm saying is like, okay, let's just say half of that.
Okay,
$500 million.
Okay,
$500 million toward any cause that's a lot of money within 1 month of collectively prioritizing us toward the same thing. That's a lot. And that's just for a movie. How many people hadn't even went to see the movie?
But think about it, Bob. You don't think, why is not too many black-owned banks? You think nobody ain't trying?
Like this, no, it's this. Lee Moore came on the show a few weeks ago, about a month ago, right?
Right.
And he was talking about the rule of 72.
Right.
And he talking about the power of compound interest.
Right.
I think a lot of us I don't want to say a lot of us. I don't like to generalize like that, but it's like this thing about understanding the power of compounding our money. I don't know. That's more of a question. And that's a question for everybody. I'm just curious to know
why you think it's not no black banks, Bob. I want your opinion.
Go ahead.
Why do you think it's not any black?
Well, it was.
That's not that many. That's not that many.
It was
black-owned banks. Why do you think that? I say it's none. Let's get it corrected. It's some. Why do you think it's not that many?
Why do I think it's not that many? I actually think based off of what I just said, prioritizing. I think collectively prioritizing. I think most people that go into business, they have business partners. So they have investors that invest with them. So I think not a lot, people are prioritized toward the same thing. I think that change. I just think that certain things show us that priorities are not, the things we prioritize are not the same. That's all. The only point I'm making. That's the only point.
But it's a movie. It's like people go to the show. Why when we go to the show and then make a lot of money, we get turned around like, man, y'all can put all y'all money together, go watch a movie. But I don't hear that. Well,
it's hard to get comfortable with getting entertained when you are what you would call systematically behind. It's hard for that to be the top priority.
So it's not a top. You think because people when they saw Black Panther, it was a top priority?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying being systematically to get from being systematically behind has got to be a top priority, or you're gonna stay systematically behind.
That's why we want to change these rules. Because if this person come in with this thing, get a bank and get the loan, why when we come with the same thing we can't? Because the rules are set up against us. That becomes why you come in Starbucks and the brothers got the law will allow for them to be arrested.
Right.
So I mean
but I'm saying, are we falling asleep on the impact and the power of our capital that we got available? If we got 500, we're gonna go halfway. $500 million in a month
to go see a movie, Bob. That's like everybody ain't collective. Everybody want to see if they're gonna like it or not. Everybody going to see a movie. It's not like you. Everybody should. What you trying to say? Those all the people spent that $500,000. They contribute to that $500 million. We all should find something in common that we all agree in and put all that $500 million.
Well, that's an easy move to point out. The reason why that's an easy move to point out because 9 times out of 10, I think most of that just say 500 million because this is a rough draft number.
Right, we don't know for sure.
Right, 500 million. Most of that 500 million people ran out of the movie. Doing they from Wakanda. They was from Wakanda for a minute. That shows a collective pride in something that they were willing to invest. They want to be from Wakanda. I'm saying, that's enough of at least a desired hope of not being systematically behind. To
me, it's more of a disappointment because, like, for real, it's like for real. They gave us a land now. We claiming a Marvel comic land.
Right.
We claim that's the best we could do.
That's my point. But
I don't look at it like that.
Right. You don't look at it like what?
Like that movie. I didn't walk at it like I'm from Wakanda. Like I didn't look at it like that.
Well, I'm just saying everybody who understood the word Marvel knew.
What was it about?
What it was about. And when they came out of it,
soldier first.
But my thing is though, when they came out of it, TC. They didn't go in there. They think of looking at Marvel, right? But when they came out of there, where did they come out of there with a sense of self-identified pride?
Right. But that's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. Well, my point is, it's a willingness to get connected to that feeling.
Yeah.
So when you pay $500 million,
right, man, that's that number's right there manipulated right there.
I know. I cut them in half, TC. I didn't give it all.
Though. Everybody come together. We try the business. Everybody gonna be like, hold on, who gonna run it? So it's gonna be a whole different ballgame.
As a whole, do we give our black celebrities a pass to maintain their status when they do something that is perceived as bad, based off injustice?
I do. I give them a pass.
Do we give them a pass?
Because if I'm not the type of person that look at it like that. If I see this dude do something and he don't get in trouble for it,
right?
Why wouldn't this person do it? He do get in trouble for it.
Okay,
that's how I look at it. So if it's okay, it's okay for Woody Allen and all them to sleep with them old young girls and everything was cool. Nobody ain't tripped. It was okay for Hugh Hefner to have 14-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds where he 80, selling them out, bunny ranches. If all that's cool, right? If Charlie Sheen can pass out HIV to people, right? Right? I don't see none of the women prosecuting him, sending him to jail. He knew he had it, right? So if that's what it is, don't expect me to be, the brother did it, he should go to jail. You ain't look at it like that. Because you already set the proceeding like the president. If Obama did have a scandal, I wouldn't care. Because what president didn't?
He didn't, though.
But he didn't. I'm saying it wouldn't bother me if he did, because you can't judge him no different than the rest of the presidents. So if he made a mistake, if he had an affair, he did nothing to Bill Clinton and all the rest of them. That's what presidents do. That's how I look at it. Don't judge him if you let him get away with it.
That's what I was saying when I said about him being the first black president, he got a pass from me. That's what I meant.
Now, he got a pass for that, but I don't look at it. I like him. Yeah. So I won't really go in on him, but I don't. He was funny.
Trish Deans, it's so much more about supporting each other. Some black folks will not patronize if it is black owned. Support each other and stop giving black businesses one chance. How many times have McDonald's messed up your order and you go back? How many Korean beauty supply owners talk to you crazy, but you go back? Support. If one black business messes up, find another one. I like that.
Yeah, support is real. But that ain't how it is, though. People, you know what I'm saying? People be so... You can go to Mariano's and see a bad apple or something and anything. You just move to the side and get another one.
Right.
You go to a brother store and you see a bad apple, they fruit ain't fresh. I don't know where they getting it from, and they will not go back in the store.
Right.
And that's just what it is.
I don't know. It's like, man, I had the craziest experiences, man, going up now Stony Island, man, going to these fast food joints like Taco Bell. I always seem to get into it with the girl at the window, man. Like, always black women. I'm always seem to get into it. I'm talking about from, hello, how you doing? Yeah, I would just like to, can I get, sir, I mean, how you know what you want? Like, basically, I'm like, man, I'm like, what is this? I mean, it's just be off that, man. I don't know what that is. Now I keep going. But I can't say I ain't frustrated, man.
But quit going there stuttering, man. Order your food, man. Because she kept it real with you. Go pull up to the window and be like, let me, hold on, man. What you want, dude? I got a buzzer up here, man. You messed up my time.
Always right. Look what you're looking at.
It said the customer's always right, not the stuttering customer. The stuttering customer got to go. You can't get to that girl window and be I want the time ticking, man.
Oh man,
you know what you want, man? Give me, let me get that,
man, dude, man. They be killing me, man. I guess I do stutter.
You can't pull up the window stutter, man. She be like,
I'm just trying to figure out which one the different prices on.
What you want, dude?
It's always black women. Why do we call each other the N-word and get mad when white people do it? That's a question to y'all. Why do we call each other the N-word?
What kind of question is that, man?
Well, I mean,
really
want to answer.
I want to hear your answer. I want to hear your answer to that question.
I asked you.
Right, but I'm asking you now. I want this the question you asked.
All right.
Answer that question, Bob.
The reason why we called each other the N-word, because I think we just took ownership of something that's negative and we made it feel empowering to ourselves. And I accept it because I use it. I ain't gonna even lie. I listen to a lot of shows and they say it's degrading and I listen to that. But me personally, I don't even look at it like that. I get it. I get why people say it, but I don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when I say that, man, you my nigga, that's what I mean. Right. Flat out. Real so, man, we just gonna have to get a smack. We're gonna have to get a smack on the wrist from that one. That one might have get blanked out, but hey, man. But at the end of the day, man, stop letting, I mean, I get it. I get it why they do it like that.
Because let's be real about it. They be calling us the ER, man. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. When you talking, man, you ain't no girls in there, man. Ain't no girl. God. We are never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. You know what I'm saying? That we had an acronym for it and everything. Right. So, ain't no girls though. They saying girl. They don't know.
They ain't put the swag on.
They ain't talking to us. They talking to what they used to own. No, it's another thing. No, why we said, because I don't know no dude that's in the hood. Somebody walk up and had a girl behind. Right. You know what I'm saying? What up, my girl? Like, oh no, that's the difference, man. They got the girl. We don't do the girl.
Man, that's what's up, So that's why the difference is.
Yeah, because when a white person said with the girl, you thinking about color purple, rosewood. You thinking about all that. You know what I'm saying? So they can't. I don't think they should be allowed. Even because No, they can't say it.
Why is natural black hair seen as a political statement? Why is natural black hair sometimes viewed as
what you mean when they had a dreads
with the dreads or the Afro puffs? The Afro, like Colin Kaepernick came out with the Afro when he was going through his thing. I mean, why is that viewed as a political statement?
It's more the political because it's deeper than that. That's not hair. Their hair can't grow like that. They got to do stuff to get their hair like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That we got the 360s in our head. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. When they hair get old and they put some mousse or something on it, they fall down. We can actually ours go up. We can ours point to something. We can actually pick our hair.
Right.
It's a difference, a statement. They make it a joke because then we don't understand what that means. We connected. They hair fall. So
I must admit,
they don't understand.
They
don't understand that at all.
When the Derrick Rose and them the nappy hairstyle came,
I don't like it.
No, okay, I must admit I didn't like it. But then I started looking at it different.
Yeah.
I started like, man, these dudes are creative, man. I'm looking at my young brothers with it. Like, I ain't lying. I don't like tattoos, so I don't like all the tattoos. I still don't like that. But the black hair, the creative stuff that they come up with, man, is uniquely different. Nobody can do that but us. That I like that naturally.
The Afro too. Yeah, that's why they destroyed the Afro, the whole image of the Afro, because they hair can't do that.
Right.
They hair can't grow like ours. And ours point to the sun. It meant something.
Right.
So they, they can't do it.
I like it. It's kind of like the point you always make about presidents not having. These actors not having mustache.
Right.
I feel the same way about presidents. Like, I remember when Al Gore ran for president, he had all his face shaved. But then they interviewed Al Gore like 2 or 3 years later. He had full beard. And he just looked at presidential. I'm like, nah, dude, you look like a president now all of a sudden, Anyway, I think the last question. Let me make sure that this is my last question. I believe it is. The last question is it true that light-skinned people get the opportunities than dark-skinned people? Do you believe that or not? The stereotypical question.
Back in the day, yeah. I believe, yeah. But now I don't think it's so. Not as it probably as prevalent or as a big gap as it used to be.
Right.
And what it used to be, yeah, you light-skinned, you get the girl, y'all. You ain't glowworm like,
no,
you consider you not brown, dark, you tan. So you grew up, you know how it was. Y'all had all the girls though. We was African booty scratchers. I had to get the crumbs for a minute. I had to be funny and cool. I had to see attributes in me at first. You know what I'm saying? We were black, man. You was black. You were African booty scratcher. That's how it was. Let's keep it honest.
When, man?
We was little, man. Because what they say, man. TC funny.
They always like
TC nice. He's cool, yeah. Because of TC was cute. They wasn't saying all that back then.
Ain't true, man. They used to say,
wow, I know the truth. I know when it hit, and when it hit, I ain't never turned the light out. But for a minute, you shine. Derrick Green.
Yeah, that's the best example we got, because we got a light-skinned friend.
Derrick Green, so we got man. Please. Yeah, light skin was in for a while, man. The light skin had a.
Well, the first president couldn't be like,
He is like
he could. Yeah, first president, right?
You ain't
the first. He lighter than me, TC.
Oh well, I'm just saying, man. Y'all.
We knew the first president couldn't be your complexion, though.
Nah, man. They wouldn't even vote for no president my complexion. Let's be real. That'd be a threat. For real. A sexy black man as president? What? Man, they gonna never vote man looking like me as president. Oh, man. So they gonna listen. They wise. We talk to him like the president had a point. Yeah. Oh, man, so I'm gonna reach the women in the house.
Now on the way here, we was listening to a rap song. We
gotta talk about this, y'all.
Let's talk about it real quick, man.
That Ye verse the People with T.I. You gotta go check that song out. It is what it is.
Enlightening,
man. It's a good song.
I know that's not a good word to use for a rap song.
Right? It's raw.
It's raw. It's the truth.
Kanye is a mad genius, for real. He explained his reason for wearing his hat, and T.I. was giving him. It's a nice song.
One of the comments that was made What makes you feel equal? T.I. T.I. made a comment that I had to write down. Right. It was so on one of his verses. It was so good. I was like, wow, that's deep. What he said was this, and I want us to think about this comment to sum up our show. When we learn to thank Vera Giles Norris for coming
thank
through.
Y'all for checking us
out. Vera was the truth, like she always is. But the comment was this. He told Kanye, what makes you feel equal make white folks feel evil.
Mm-hmm.
He said, what makes you feel equal make white folks feel evil. And
that's
I said,
deep.
Man, I said, that's deep. That's a deep comment to me. I said, and I never thought about it like what he's saying, you know. When he said that, I thought about your little brother, you know, your brother, his plight. I thought about New Era Chicago.
Right.
I thought about so many different things, you know, in his thought process toward equality, that the more we get toward equality, the more we get positioned for equality, it makes some white folks feel evil.
Yeah, they do.
And
they respond.
I hope the white folks that it don't make feel evil can understand how that perception comes off to the black people who receive the feeling of evil that comes from those white folks that feel evil.
They're trying to be equal. That's it.
Just trying to be
just
equal.
Get treated equal, and they get evil. Get from over here.
Yeah, that was a deep statement that T.I. made. You know, that was a deep statement, and I was like, wow, that's deep, because I understood it.
Yeah,
I understood it totally.
I felt it 100%.
Yeah.
So you really think OJ did it, Bob?
Yeah, man.
Oh man, you know what, you had me for years thinking
I know,
he did
man,
it. Because the favorite line was, "That's an emotional style." Yeah,
like, that was a
no, man.
Passion, man. Ain't nobody gonna ban.
That's all the stuff that was held against him.
Man, OJ was in the back of the car, man. Like, think about this when AC Cows was driving. OJ was in the back of the car with his gun in his head, like, hey, don't get close. I'm gonna blow my head off. Man, why would you do that if you ain't doing it?
Because they trying to pin him on you. You ain't going to jail. He's scared. They just finna get him. All them white women he done mess with up there. All them people wives he was messing with up there, man. Let's be real for a minute, man. Two things. If you can answer this for me, then I'll say guilty.
All right.
Why would they put a blanket over her?
Over what?
Mark Furman put a blanket on her when she was laying down there cut up.
Okay.
Who do that?
Right.
They happen to racist cop just happen to do that? Right. Why they take his blood was in the back of the seat of the car with the officer that lived with the rest of the police when they beat up Rodney King? They took his blood to his crib and kept it. Who do that?
Yeah, no, I understand why he got off.
No. I'm just saying, why are y'all doing that? If he did it, you ain't gotta do nothing. Why is y'all doing this? You telling me his wife was murdered, nobody answered the door, so you break in his house and find a sock? Who do that? Who breaks in somebody's house to tell them that he gone?
Right.
Who do the Mark Furman dude now?
Right.
Who do that? So I don't know, man. So now they canvass the grounds and find a glove. Like,
and OJ cut his finger, man. Like, he cut his finger real deep, man. Like, you know, real deep. Like, right around time they got murdered, right? He cut his finger real deep. Like, how you do that, OJ? I was chipping golf balls. What? You cut yourself with a sharp knife, like.
So if he cut himself, like they said, like they showed a little blood on the door, man. I'm like, wait a minute, this man just cut their throats out, and that's all the blood they found. This the Bronco he opened the door with.
Oh man,
a drop, huh? Oh, come on, Bob.
Hey man, look, thank y'all for listening to Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC, man. We enjoyed y'all, man. We enjoyed y'all. Wait till y'all let us ramble at the end. But we want to just thank a few guests. I see Joanna Ashley, man. What's up, Joanna? Vera, thanks again for coming in, being a guest on our show. Tristine, thanks for your comments. Mark Cross, thank you for listening in. Barry Rogers from Arizona, baby. Barry Rogers, what's up, man?
Oh, much love. I give props up, man. I rock. All right, I'm going to say it, man. LeBron getting his business on, man. Okay. LeBron doing his thing.
Yeah, he doing his thing.
I give him up. He ain't Kobe or Mike, but he represents with that bum squad.
Well, thank y'all for listening to Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC. We will catch y'all next week. Deuces.
42, y'all.
Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC.
On IntellectualRadio.com.
Come on. nothing. Every time black people do